Internet, I've been seeing a lot of stupid shit online. Makes me upset. Makes me upset. Gotta drop the bat before people think I'm getting too angry. No, I've been seeing some things online and I kind of wanted to discuss, which I think is the perfect thing for this channel. We have a lot of discussions in games. What if we discuss shit we see online? That should be the title of this video, shit we see online. Recently, and I tried to do a little bit of research, and maybe I'm not even the right person to be discussing this, because I'm not an expert when it comes to online dealings and the black used panty market. Recently I saw there was a popular Twitch streamer who, he or she, may have sold undergarments in the past. And that topic of conversation has reached the limelight. And I've seen people on both sides of the spectrum saying, do whatever you want, your underwear, your brown stains, your body, completely agree. What the hell are you doing? You're a thought. Not really necessarily agree with the second part, but I do agree with what the hell are you doing part. I tried to do some research and I Googled, what do you do with used panties? And first I got a laundry list of how to do laundry with used panties. But the other thing that I kind of came across were, there's a lot of people who are really into used panties, which is fine. I'm not trying to kink shame. I'm into some weird stuff too. It doesn't involve people's undergarments, but it's just, I mean, we all have our things. And that's completely fine, I think. Me, I have no idea. I think if there's a separation, if there's a complete separation where you bought their used undergarments, perfect, great, you have them, wonderful, and then you never see that person again. The problem, I believe, and why I think people should be a little bit more careful, is you have an established relationship with this person that's buying your undergarments already. And they have a way to reach out to you, to continuously talk to you, to meet you at conventions. I'm gonna go on a limb here, and I could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna say, if you watch me online, and you want to pay money for my stinky boxer briefs with shit stains and all sorts of other weird stuff, chances are you may not be a well-adjusted individual. I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, if you want to wear them, because I'm trying to think what you're going to do with them. Are you going to put them on a shrine? Hey, if you put them on a shrine, perfect. It'll be like Helga Pataki, you go in there, hey, it's Arnold shit, it's bubble gum, it's his hat, perfect. Now, chances are, at least in my mind, when I did some Googling online, yeah, you kind of... You're gonna wear them, you're gonna jack off in them. It's gonna be a slew of things that probably aren't PG-esque, which is why I think it's so concerning when a content creator does it, because this person clearly has an obsession with you, or they're role-playing some fantasy kink where they're with you, or they're wearing your undergarments, or you're with them, or hey babe, can you wear such and such streamer's underwear so I can pretend I'm with them? That would be perfectly fine if we lived in a perfect bubble where there was no crime, no obsession, no stalkers, no creepy people, but we don't. And that's my problem. I think by selling, and again, I think, these are all I statements because I have no idea the truth. I think by doing this, by enabling that behavior with an audience member, you are continuing to further that one-sided relationship, friendship that you have with them. Now, all content creators, we have a little bit of a one-sided relationship. I'm sorry, I hate to kind of break that to you, but we do. There are some fans who have crossed that threshold and they've become friends, and they're really good friends, and I'm very thankful for them. But for the most part, it's me talking to you, and we kind of chit-chat back and forth. But you know a lot about me, I don't know a whole lot about you. And that's where it becomes a one-sided friendship. And that's hard. That's hard to break that gap. Now all of a sudden we're taking that one-sided friendship more where we're kind of going a little bit deeper. Where now you have some personal effects of mine, very intimate personal effects. What happens if I sell you my underwear? Yeah, sure, I wanted the money, great, wanted the fame, wanted the fortune, wanted the big house, so I sold my underwear to you. But let's say I sell that to you, right? And now we meet at TwitchCon. Do I have some kind of special obligation to you? Do you feel as if I have some kind of special obligation to you? A lot changes when you cross that little threshold, when there's an invisible line, and it's very you walk it narrowly. You know, it's just like, what are the expectations if someone's out there and in your underwear? I mean, what are those expectations? Especially since it's not just a one and done transaction. Oh, I bought the underwear, never hear from them again. No, I mean, just imagine they're sitting there in your underwear, jacking it, watching your stream. That's weird. That creeps me out. And again, maybe I'm a little bit too much of a prude. I think those are the implications by doing it. Please don't think I'm trying to shame someone for what they do. They can do whatever they want. I don't care. I just want them to really think about the consequences, because there's a lot of fucking sickos out there. And that's the problem that I think that doesn't get hammered home enough. It used to get hammered home in the 90s. You know, like stranger dangers. They're gonna take you and they're gonna diddle you. That was the 90s and the early 2000s. That kind of changed a little bit. You know, never get in a stranger's car. I used my Uber, got into a stranger's car, and we had to talk about politics and life. What if that person all of a sudden was a bad person, right? Like, oh, I picked up this person, this is their house, this is their address, this is their name, they told me a little bit about themselves. Now I'm gonna go rob their house because I know they're out. You know, we've gotten really comfortable with oversharing online, which is where I feel this kind of leads back to. We stream, we play games, we record, I'm in my room, and I think of this, and we tend to think of this as a private bubble. This is my private space, but it's not. We're connected to everybody. I mean, you know about the tubes, right? The internet, the tubes, and they all connect. We're connected, so we may think this is a personal space, but we're not. Like, for example, a bathroom. The bathroom and your YouTube channel or Twitch stream, I think is very much the same thing, where you think you're private, you think you're untouchable, this is perfect, I'm gonna do me, I'm gonna put myself out there. No, it's not. You know, I had a scorpion in my toilet bowl. That's not private. There's snakes and shit that comes up the toilet. That's not private. You sit down in the morning and take a shit, and your neighbor's also sitting down to take a shit. Your butts are connected via tubes. That's the internet too. We are all connected, and I think people kind of forget that. You've seen what happens with doxing and swatting and other weird fan encounters. We're not in the personal space, and I think by going one step further and sharing undergarments with people, you're inviting a bit of that perversion and those weirdos into your life a little bit. Now, sure, 99% of the times, it's probably helpless. The guy's got a weird kink, and he's gonna crank one out every now and then, which is fine. You know, it's not my place to say. I don't want to tell people how to live their lives, but with online, you're not just a username. You're not insulated from people. People can come into your life. Point proven, I'm getting married to someone I met online. I invited into my life, start talking, and we hit off, and now we're getting married. And that's the positives of the internet, but it's also the negatives too. Boom, you sell your underwear to someone, oh, they think they're invited to your life. No, you rebuke them. What if they're an aggressive pervert when it comes to that, you know? I mean, I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot of unnecessary danger with some things. I don't want to get into the whole like, oh, she wore that, well, she's a harlot. Do people still say harlot? I have no idea. Or he was going around with that bulge, he was asking to be groped. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. But there is some common sense that I think needs to be applied that we forgot. You know, I'm not gonna walk around big city downtown by myself at 2 o'clock, because stupid shit happens 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'1", 235 pounds, I'm a big guy, and yet I don't like to put myself in situations where I'm gonna be uncomfortable or where I may feel at a disadvantage from. I have a lot of fans who have crossed that threshold into friends, and I care about them, and they're off at that college age, and this is the time to kind of remind them, guys, be smart. People do dumb shit all the time, just be smart. You go into a party with a group of people who just met, watch your drink. If you left your drink unattended, throw it out. You know, you wanna go and this is your first time in a new area, check it out. Go in the daytime, figure out what's near, look to see where the exits are, go with a friend. I'm sure you or someone you know, because it's not an isolated incident, has been affected in some kind of, whether it be assault or violent crime or a sexual crime in nature, because I know too many. I know way too many. And that's the part that drives me up the wall. It's just, it's so commonplace. It's so fucking commonplace. There's something wrong with our country. There's something wrong with our society where it's become as common as it is. And the fact that sometimes we do stupid things that inadvertently invited upon ourselves, and we don't go like, wait a second, what are you doing? Look, you could do that, but think about the consequences and think about the dangers of it. That's what blows my mind. And I don't say consequences in like the, now you do this, you're going to jail. The unintended side effects of doing something, you know? And that's the thing. 99% of people are probably good people. They really are. I've talked to a lot of people online. I've met a lot of people in person. 99% are good. You do get that one weirdo, and you just don't know. That's all it takes is one person. I'm not trying to scare you, internet. I love you. I just want you to stay safe. I want you to really think about some of the things you do and how it may be considered. If you can't tell your grandma you're doing it, you probably shouldn't be doing it because it's probably not safe. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm wrong, if you think it's overreaction, over paranoia, which it may be, definitely, how do you feel? Because it's just one person's thoughts on the subject. You know, I don't have a master's in sociology. I don't have a master's in human psychology. I don't know how people are supposed to think or how people are supposed to perceive things. But from one guy who graduated college and now tells dick jokes online, this is my thoughts about it. That it's just, that these are not private personal bubbles anymore, that we are in very public bubbles, and you have to treat it as such. I just want to get it off my chest a little bit because I just can't believe that people are doing stupid stuff online that potentially jeopardizes them, especially when they're a public figure, which already puts them at more risk. It just boggles my mind. I just want to shake someone like, what are you doing? I'm not judging you, but you gotta be safe. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with more Shell Shock. I hope you enjoyed the last week of content where it's a mix of Prop Hunt and TTT and Skate 3. We're bringing back nostalgia, but I would love to be able to talk to you about things that are about current things that are top of mind, that I've been thinking about, that happens online, the shit that happens online that you're like, huh, I wonder how Chill feels about that. I would love to talk to you about it. Internet, my name's ChilledChaos. You enjoy the rest of your night. I'm off to go sell my underwear. I didn't even think of this, but what if they take your DNA that's left on your undergarments and they commit a murder, and then boom, your DNA is at the scene of a crime? Although I'm not sure if you're supposed to wash it beforehand, but then doesn't it defeat the purpose of even selling someone your underwear? I don't know, internet. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys later.